Hey everybody, it's Sean from The Good Dog, and this is the lovely Laura Morgan to my right.
Tell a joke, because we have to do an intro.
Tell a joke?
Yeah.
An Irishman walks into a bar, and he gets drunk and falls over. I guess that's more of like a history lesson rather than...
So let's do a little intro and just talk about the sad news.
The sad news. We really were going to pull out all the stops. We're going to pull out all the stops and bring in the secret weapon.
CC. The old CC.
The old CC. And what do we find?
CC's not working today.
Boo!
Boo. We're going to have him come in and like maybe even answer a question or like pull the names out of the hat, definitely, but...
Yeah, I really wanted to have Cece do the drawing, and I thought that could have been a blast. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. Yeah. I wish we could set up like a Batman kind of thing into the sky, and like Cece would like come racing over and come rescue us. So the whole deal is, this is a very big episode, right?
Very exciting.
It's a very exciting episode. We're excited. I'm sure you guys are excited. We have gotten so many more submissions than I think we dreamed we were going to get.
Yes, you guys.
Laura's hair turned gray. She's like, "Oh my God, there's so many emails to answer."
I think I wrote back. Well, we have to fill the. If you didn't see the contest online, we did a contest. We're picking one name out of a hat for an e-collar DVD, one name out of a hat for a prong. We might change that number, and also one name out of a hat for a 30-minute consult with Sean. Oh, very nice. So that's kind of exciting. So we did a campaign on Facebook, and we got about 175 submissions.
Egads, right?
And I think I wrote back like the first 100 like little things, and finally I was like, I can't write anyone back anymore. So I promise you, your email, if you sent an email and I haven't written you back, I'm so sorry. Your email got through, and man, did we have some good stories. Yeah,
I think that was kind of the specialist part about it. So we said, like, decide, put in an email what you'd like to win, whether it was prong collar, DVD, or phone consult, and then tell us a little bit about why. And the whys were pretty damn special, right? Some people have done a ton of training on their own. Some people who have like gone through our whole program.
People told us about their dog situation. They told us about where they found us. They told us about like what they've done already with their dogs. It was pretty cool stuff. We were pretty excited just to like have
because to be honest, we don't always get that information, right? So yeah, we definitely hear from some of you folks who are really active on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or whatever, and say like, hey, you guys really helped me out with this and this and this. But we don't get to hear from everybody. I mean, obviously, like everybody's got busy lives. But then we send this out and we get all these messages of awesomeness.
Yeah, everything you guys wrote. So many people with cool stories, but also so many people have trained their dogs online we've never met. That's just like, it's literally the reason why we do what we do, the advice.
Yeah, and then to get the feedback that it actually is working and impacting people.
Yeah, totally.
Man, I just, when we started this out, we're currently reshooting like our intro video for our website, which is actually tracing the steps back. Laura's done a really great job tracing the steps back to the early days of the Good Dog, showing us work with like in a tiny little space, and it's pretty amazing to see like how things have grown and what's gone on and the impact we've managed to have. And so we just feel great about it. So I'm going to let it go there so we don't go down memory lane too far. But we're going to do a little bit of a truncated program here. So we're not going to answer 10 questions. We'll probably do like 5, 6 at the most to make sure we have plenty of time to get into the giveaway so we don't shortchange that, because that's what we're really looking forward to.
Excited.
Obviously, we've got some great questions. We want to hit those up as well. But we're going to try and strike a balance and make sure we get some good stuff going. So that said, Hey everybody, it's Sean from The Good Dog, and to my right is the lovely, generous, email answering whenever possible, Laura Morgan. Yay!
Yay! And
this, all this stuff, which we never can really describe what exactly it is, it's become some kind of a running joke, is The Good Dog's Q&A Saturday, episode number 72.
Still on the red, guys. Don't worry, next week it'll be changed.
Yeah, I got a lot of emails. A lot of people are like, we're pretty concerned about this, like, a lot of static nail color stuff that is challenging. But,
all right.
Did you get fills, or are they just, you just rocking?
We're probably going to go tomorrow.
Didn't you break one working on building one of those Kuranda beds for the dogs? Pet cots?
Can't tell.
I sure did.
I sure did.
Well, we appreciate you putting in the extra effort. So, anyways, ready to jump in?
Yes.
Okay. Where's that Indian food?
Give us that Indian food. Guys, is it annoying when we're chowing down during the questions? I'm sure it is.
I think it makes it like a picnic.
The only thing I don't like is I can hear it.
I'll try and do a little of this.
All right, question number 1.
Yep, 9.
Comes from Cujo Place. Comes from Bethany. Bethany Wilson-Davidson.
She's back in town.
She's back. She says, hi, Sean and lovely Laura. I have a new question I could use your famous opinions on. Ooh, famous.
Things are getting fancy around here.
I love it, yeah. I follow your training protocol pretty closely with my own flair thrown in.
I like this.
Smallish dog, very crate aggressive. Aggressive out of the crate. Sorry. Aggressive out of the crate as well, but into day 3 of e-collar training at this point and improving from the fear aggression.
Yeah.
He can pattern crate on leash once he settles, and I slowly get him out without being eaten, but initially seeing me and getting him out of the crate, he is very growly and shows teeth and lunges bravely at me every time. Any corrections, including very high on e-collar, causes escalation, and I'm not nagging him. We're taking it slow and teaching strong yes and no before correcting for that bad behavior again for now, but I have a feeling if he escalates outside of the crate right now, e-collar will amp him up instead of trump his energy. Same with any correction, even a slip, leash, or prong, he escalates, so I usually rely on e-collar to trump bad behavior, but it's not the same with this guy. Using dominant dog collar for de-escalation currently. He wouldn't take food even if I wanted him to. And we're focusing on keeping him calm just to learn the rules, but at some point we have to correct. Hoping a few days of teaching at low communication levels would change his escalation. Thoughts? Also, when he tries to get out of the crate, escape, I can only do low levels because the higher levels trigger aggression. Woo! Thank you guys. Love the pairs that you did a Periscope last time. I was able to catch the first half.
Awesome.
Sounds like
Bethany Wilson-Davison, right?
Yeah,
Davison?
Davison.
You got yourself a little bit of a firecracker, don't you?
Smallest dog. I'm picturing like a little terrier.
Right?
Yep.
I don't know if it's that small, but that's the first thing that comes to mind, right? So here's the deal. We've been down this road before.
Yes.
We've had plenty of small dogs, especially small dogs. And it can happen with other dogs, but a lot of the small terrier dogs have got a ton of fight drive. They're built genetically to go like into a hole, do like Mortal Kombat style battle with like, badgers or fox or whatever it might be, get like clawed up and be like, yeah. So that's what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a dog that, you very possibly could be dealing with a dog that's got that kind of stuff going on. And when you have fight drive, and then oftentimes you add like e-collar corrections or even dominant dog collar corrections, things like that, you can actually lift the dog up and they get into more fight drive, which sounds like what you're getting, and it's definitely not working for you. So you got 2 choices. I know you said he's not interested in food. Now, the one option with that is that you go super hardcore, heavy duty food drive. And that means and a lot of people it's hard for, but that means the dog only eats when you approach and he takes food from your hand, and there's no growling, there's no snarling, there's no nothing. Any monkey business, you and the food go away. That's a challenging one. It can take a lot of time and it can be hard to do. And so that's one approach. That would probably not be our approach, but I know other trainers that use that approach. So I'm just going to give you a little kind of a diverse kind of some choices or options. what we would typically do in this situation when we find that other pressure sources, which is what we've got, like we've got all these different pressure sources. We've got like prong collar, we've got dominant dog collar, we've got e-collar, and whatever else you might be using. And each one of these tools delivers pressure to the dog in a different way and creates different reactions. Strangely enough, and you may have heard us talk about this prior in one of the Q&As, is that oftentimes when things go down like this, especially with these fight drivey dogs, the thing that works the best is the least complicated, the least technically savvy, the least like high-tech thing. It's a bonker, right? And if you've heard about us talk about a bonker, you may know what it is. If not, I'm going to articulate it for you. And a bonker, it's a towel that's rolled up, like folded in half, rolled up nice and snug, and then rubber bands or tape at either end, nice and snug, right? Here's the deal. Canines don't like stuff coming at their head that they can't control. We okay with that sound?
Yeah.
The plane? This one goes out for Raquel. And so with the bonker, dogs are so used to like they're so conditioned to having stuff around their neck, e-collar, choke chain, prong collar, whatever. They're so used to stuff going on here that a lot of these dogs can tune it out. Now, with the bonker, it's not the case. The bonker is super novel, and the way you approach correcting with it is super novel and very different. And what we do when we have dogs like this, like we had a dog, Samson. I'm going to try and be really quick with this.
Yeah.
We had a dog, Samson, who was some little terrier, and boy, he went through like 1,000 long lines. He was a snarly little, like, sucker. Samson, yeah, like little terrier guy. He would like run under the desk. He'd be like, "No way, you can't tell me what to do." He's smart as a whip, but was like, "You guys can all kiss my Fanny, my terrier Fanny." And so he went. Lloyd, well, that's back in the day. Yeah. But here's the thing: every time he would go for the long line, you correct with the e-collar, just make it worse, and he'd get nasty. So what I did, took the bonker out, which we've got always sitting around. Towel rolled up. He started to get nasty with us. I said no calmly, and I bonked him. Get away from my water, Junior. I bonked him really significantly with the bonker, right? So it's basically like a pillow fight. It's a towel, but it's like the dog can't like really avoid it. It's very novel. Now, some folks will like throw it towards the dog, and that can freak the dog out just because it comes flying at them, and they're like, I can't escape it. Typically me, I'll say no and like bonk them over the head with it really firmly, and the dog's like, what was that? Right. So when I did that with Samson, he never chewed another long line again. I bonked him twice, and he was like, I'm all good with that, because that thing I don't like. Yeah. So that would be my approach for you. I would do it with crate stuff. You can open the crate if he's giving you snarly stuff, and you can reach in, nope, and bonk him with that and see what you get. Now, if that turns him into a frothing, frenzied beast, then we need a new strategy. But I'd like you to report back to us, right? So whether it's in the crate, whether it's outside of the crate, regardless of what the situation is, if you're getting like naughty business and you know the e-collar and the dominant dog collar are not working for you, I want you to try the bonker, and I want you to be pretty damn firm with it, mark it with a no, and then nail him with the bonker and see what you get. A lot of dogs that have been fighting and nasty and like really tough as nails will absolutely crumble with the bonker. Yeah. So I don't know if you want to link it up, but they can search out like, okay, yeah, link it up right here. I'm trying to get better at my links. So we'll link up some Gary Wilkes stuff, like his YouTube channel, and then you can check it out and see what it looks like. And it's so freaking simple. It's almost caveman-esque, but it works like. And Gary's like a highly trained.
Pure positive.
Well, not a balanced trainer who uses clicker training and food and all this stuff, but he's also very astute with aversive control and how to make dogs make much better choices. Yeah. So that's what I want you to try. And anything to add to that little bonker extravaganza?
No, but you got yourself. This is
a tough
one of those ones. Yeah. Sometimes it's just a war of attrition.
But you've seen the bonker like do pretty amazing things, right?
Yes, I have.
But I mean, I think the reason I say that is just because it can be surprising.
Yes.
You know, you're like, it's a towel.
That's the thing, is it looks barbaric. I always laughed and I'm like, that looks worse than anything. but it's the least.
It's the least obtrusive, right?
But it's just the projectile. They don't like that. It's a different thing. It's like it kind of gets them to their DNA. So
yeah,
try that out. Let us know. And Bethany, this is a one. You guys, no one's sending me Dropbox stuff. I think Jacqueline Warbis, but she sent something that was good. I would love to see some of this bad stuff. Come on, guys.
If you send us some video of that, we could probably dial in exactly what you need to make this right.
Dropbox.
So like, don't be shy with the Dropbox. Yeah. Send it over to us. Let us problem solve.
If you guys don't know how to do Dropbox, if my little directions just on here to Dropbox, send me an email. I'll spell it out for you really, really easy. Okay?
Okay.
Thanks, Bethany.
Bethany, please report. This one is for you.
Oh, for me?
Yep.
It's not even a secret surprise question.
No, I went easy. We're just gonna swap around a little bit.
Do you want to read it, or do you want me to read it?
Do you want me to read it to you? Okay,
You have to say question number 2.
Okay, this is exciting. Okay.
I don't know the question yet, so
I have some notes in case you get lost, right? Okay, question number 2. Sonja Peterson. Hi, Sean and Laura. I have a new foster GSD who is about 1 week into your e-collar DVD training schedule. Awesome. I think he understands what e-collar pressure means, as he responds really well to it while performing e-collar heel, sit, and place. After a week, he should have a pretty good handle on that stuff. Sometimes he still needs guidance with the prong to get him into the heel position. My question is, when I come home and go outside to let him out of his dog run, he's barking like crazy. He has his e-collar on. Good for you, but when I use it at the lower level correction level of 20, or even at a higher correction level of 50, all he does is bark louder in response to the stim, like he's confused on where the stim is coming from. How do I stop the crazy barking? And I'm not so sure he's confused.
Yes, Sonja.
If you need me to review, I'm happy to review for you. I like this gig.
I really hope you guys are okay with me answering this. But Sonja, because it's a GSD.
You're smarty pants.
GSD questions I can handle. So if you've done the foundation so far on the e-collar, you say you're about a week in, he knows what the pressure means. You've obviously done the low level pressure. If you've gone through the DVD, we moved like so slow. So that first week, you're moving super slow. You're doing all this prompt stuff. Now, that excitement when you get home and he's in the run going crazy and barking.
I can't wait for all this.
If 50 doesn't work, then you got to try 60. You got to try 70 if 60 doesn't work. You got to try 80 if 70 doesn't work. I mean, I'm going to get filleted out there.
Hot Button Morgan's in town. She just clocked in.
We don't look at the number. So 50 is like, for that dog, if you're getting good contact, this is always my thing for GSDs. If you're using those thick fur contact points and the fit is good, because you may be coming home and you're like, oh, maybe I put it on looser, because he's wearing it all day. Right. I want to put it on looser because he's wearing it. You want to knock this out so he doesn't have to wear it at all, right? So hopefully you have those thick fur contact points. He's getting good contact. If you don't have those contact points on, you don't think he's getting good contact, or you've been having it looser, once you get the snugger fit and those thick furs on, make sure you start way lower than, start at like 20 or
just
even
to
lower.
Check in.
To make sure that's not going to blow his mind. So now, if he's barking and then getting the correction and he's yelping louder and then maybe barking louder, he's not confused. He knows. As long as you're saying no with it to make sure that he knows that's not what you're supposed to be doing, he could just be like amping, like, bah, okay, that wasn't enough. Keep barking. So what I would say for this, it might be kind of weird, besides the going higher, that's very clear to me because, like I said, the goal, Sonja, is that you don't have to have the e-collar on him while you're gone. Right. And so when you walk in, couple barks, you say no if you want a couple barks. Like, yeah, he just zips it up instead of you having to let me start at 20, let me move to 50, let me oh no, it's at 50.
Can you just touch on one thing? The one thing I'm concerned about is that she might be starting low and then chasing him and causing more escalation.
Okay, so what I would do, you check fit, you check contact, right? If you've checked fit and contact, then I want you to see where his working level is and see all that stuff. But I'm going to assume right now that you've checked all that, he's got a snug fit, and that it's definitely getting through, right? I just want to make sure, because 50 with a dog that's not getting good contact could be nothing. You get good contact, and it could like blow him. So you gotta start over if you don't have that. But assuming you've got all that stuff straight, I want you to walk in. If he starts with the barking, I want you to go a little higher than 50, 60, or 70. Bang, no.
To start.
To start.
That's the big distinction, guys, right? So what Laura just said is so important. What typically happens, and the thing I'm most concerned about here, is that you're starting at 20 and then going to 30 or 40. And what happens when you do that with dogs is that they go boom, 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 boom. And and then you're like, but I'm at a really high level. But you've just raised them to like the Super Bowl of like insanity. And now like the higher level corrections just make them worse. The trick is, like we always talk about, is capping versus chasing. And that's what Laura was getting at, was like go high quick initially and then cap it.
Exactly. So that's going to work. The other part that I want to make sure is I want to see what is happening after that. If he's going nuts like that, I'm trying to picture it. If you're frantic, like, and he's correcting and he's going higher, okay, fine, I just opened the gate to get him out of the run. He's like, that worked. Let me try that again.
Good point. Yeah.
So we got to make sure that he's in a good space. And what I would do with your shepherd is put him in a down. So you walk up. If you correct, you got that down. And if he's still like kind of amped, maybe the barking's down, but he's excited.
She doesn't have the down trained yet, because I was going to say that, but that would be a great move. Yeah.
Or you have a little place bed in the run. You say place.
No, but she should be able to train the down in a week. Yeah, you should be able to train the down.
Yeah, pretty quick.
Yeah.
So once you have that down on the e-collar, you walk in. He starts, even if you've already corrected for the barking, he's over that, but he's still excited. Down. Anchor him. He's a shepherd. He's like, I love working. Anchor him. He's sitting there like this. Once he's calm, you open the gate. If he rushes it, bam the gate in his face or bang on the e-collar. And then you put him in the down again, and he learns, I just lay here, and when I'm calm in my down, that's when I get let out. You know what I'm saying?
And I really actually prefer, I think, if he's on e-collar, coming out of the kennel or the dog run, nail him with the e-collar, you'll get way more value and way more sustained kind of appropriate choices down the line.
And this is a really cool point, because the reason why we say these commands, like, it's so cool that you're actually correcting for him breaking the command, which is why I love using obedience training as a bridge to creating state of mind. So he's in a down, instead of being like, oh, he's confused if I'm correcting for this or that. No, he's in a down. He's not allowed to jump up. So if he jumps up to race for the door, that's a very clear no.
Yeah.
Correct for that. And then he's back in the down. Then there's no like gray area. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So cap for that correction, make sure fit and everything's good, get at a level he cares about.
Where would you start? Just so you were going to be a gambling girl.
If your fit is great and you've done 50 and he's like just still made your life hell, I would do everyone's going to get mad at me, but 75.
No one can get mad at you. You're the voice of reason.
Look.
You've dealt with Polar Bear, who needed 127 to recall off of dogs. You're dealing with Cujo, who like laughs in the face of 100. So
it's just that someone's gonna edit everything I say together and put like some hate reel online, and I'm gonna be like the puppy hater.
I can't wait to watch that.
I would love that.
I can't wait to watch it.
But I would do, if your fit is correct now and your contact's great, I would start at 75. As soon as he does it, bang, no, and see what you get. You might get super vocal shepherd, and then back to business, lower your level way down. Once you have that down, and if he doesn't, correct at that level.
My last line was, it's going to be noisy and sound bad.
Yeah, he's a shepherd.
He's going to
he sounds bad just when he's barking, and he probably sounds bad if like you step on his paw. Like, they're shepherds. All right.
I love it. Nice work. Cool. Nice work. And to be honest, guys, like Laura's saying, oh, I don't want to get hassled about all this. What you're getting right here, and I think a lot of you realize it, but what you're getting right here is you're getting two people that work with serious behavior modification cases, serious problem cases, dogs that are not just your average middle-of-the-road, happy-go-lucky dogs who work with them all the time and are sharing honestly, the truth of what we find works best for dogs, right? I'm not tooting our own horn, but what I am tooting is the transparency that we're sharing with you right now. And you won't hear that everywhere because it's not cool. It's not politically correct. It's not appropriate according to some people. But the reality is, we know how to get dogs into a good space to where they're still healthy, happy, and balanced, but making good choices.
And the goal is to not have to just keep correcting. I don't want to, you know what I mean? Except Cujo. Cujo's the only dog who will be corrected until the day he goes 6 feet under.
Because he's like, I can't
He's
wait.
like, I'm a mountain lion.
Right.
But the thing is, really, honestly, I did a Periscope on this the other day.
I know you did.
I hate correcting dogs. I will throw that out there. I hate it. There's nothing that you should like about going high and correcting a dog. But guess what? You do it once or twice, the dog's done with it, you never have to do it again. That's why I don't mind correcting high, because then I know I don't have to keep correcting, except Cujo. But most dogs...
But he's an exception.
Most dogs, you pattern that really low stuff, they know what's up, then you do a higher level. I'm not talking 100, but it could be 20 for your dog. That's plenty for them. And then they're like, I'm done. Great, I'm done. I corrected Hercules at 20 in the house. 20's high for Herc.
Yep.
He could, like at 6, he's like, oh, I'm good. 20 in the house for going for Cujo's food bowl. Now he skirts the food bowl. He looks at it. He's like a starving dog. He'll do anything for food, anything. He looks at it and he's like, nah. 20. I can feel 12 is when I first feel it on me.
But why did the 20 change his behavior?
It was enough for him.
Valuable
for him.
Right?
Yeah.
That's all we're looking for, guys. If the correction or the communication isn't valuable, what you will get is over and over and over and over management. So that's what we're trying to change here. I don't want you to come home every day and have to correct for nutty barking when it should be done.
Yeah.
Right? Awesome.
Cool.
Nice work, lady.
Thanks.
I know I'm so hungry.
I just spend my life hungry.
But that little dessert we had, today was Britt's 1-year anniversary, right?
Today we just want to celebrate Brittany, our wonderful, amazing perfection, everything that is the good dog.
Keeps the wheels on.
Yep, keeps the wheels on and is a badass trainer. Today was her 1-year anniversary of joining us full time.
Yeah.
So.
She got flowers and she got some kind of crazy little
Her little princess cake, if anyone's aware of that. It's like an almond kind of like cream delight.
With like a green, oh man,
it's delicious.
It was, yeah.
I got it at Gelson's. I think they're like the famous ones.
It's a Victor
Bene.
Yeah. He's...
I
Victor's got a few tricks up his sleeve.
He definitely does. But Britt, we're so proud of her, and we just love her so much.
Yeah, she's just kicking ass.
Yeah.
She came from like an accountant's office, and now she like changes people's lives.
Yeah.
Like goes in like into like a telephone booth and like poof, comes out with like a cape on, and she's like ready to rock. Anyways, okay.
Question number 3. This comes from Carrie Hogarty.
Yes.
Carrie says, we've introduced a new dog into our household, an 8-year-old 15-pound female Shih Tzu that was my mom's. We already have a 2-year-old 95-pound GSD who, according to our trainer, does great at daycare and all the other dogs. We've had her in our home for a week now, but he's not accepting her. This means he's fine on his placeboard and laying next to her, but when she gets up and starts moving around, he gets agitated, barks, and lunges at the crate. We're taking them on walks together, and he does fine outside, inside while on his lead, but we don't trust to take off the lead. He's wearing a dog e-collar, and I correct when bad behavior ensues. Today, I cracked and put a muzzle on him and let the two loose in the house. He did fine, no lunging or barking, and I think this was due to not being happy in the muzzle. He did go about sniffing her. The Shih Tzu followed both of us around, so I tried to get some movement by walking around. I let him outside, and he seemed to forget about her. Then he looked at her and ran at her. I corrected with the e-collar. Do you think time and corrections will take care of this, or do we have a loaded gun situation that's best unloaded by rehoming her? Thanks, and sorry so long.
Okay, so Carrie, this is a tough one because with sight unseen, it's really hard for me to give you definitive information, or Laura to give you definitive information. Here's the thing, with a lot of GSDs like this, you get a lot of like monkey business agitation, like right. I'm in a crate and there's this little dog and like I'm going nutty. From what you shared with me, like this is my intuition, and I don't want you to hold me to this, and I don't want you to say Sean said to do this. I'm just telling you my intuition is that you've got a nutty, agitated shepherd who's starting to misbehave and do some crappy stuff with in a crate, in a couple other contexts where he's starting to bark and be nasty when the Shih Tzu's out and about, right? So, couple questions. I think Indian food might be here. So, couple questions. You said your trainer said that your GSD, right? Yeah. You said that your trainer said that your GSD is good in doggy daycare. I'd be so curious whether that is same size, almost said same sex, same size dogs in there, or relatively same size, or whether they do big dogs and small dogs. It's pretty rare for them to do small dogs. I think we got action.
Keep going.
Yeah, I think it's pretty rare for doggy daycares to do big dogs and small dogs because it can be really dangerous, right? So that'd be the first thing that I'd want to check with you, is make sure, we got dog action, Indian food, and no CC. Damn. Okay, so first thing I want to know is, do we have same size daycare going on? Because that gives us a bit of information, and if it's not, if it's all same size, then that definitely means that doesn't give you a lot of information about where your dog's at. Now, beyond that, with the muzzle on and all the other stuff that you've done, as far as just lately, putting the e-collar and the muzzle and everything like that, typically if a dog's really serious about it, they're going to go after that other dog, even with a muzzle on, and they will give really crappy, nasty behavior, even with the muzzle on. They'll really try and attack the dog, not just run at them, not just sniff, but really try and attack the dog, even with the muzzle, and it'll be very obvious. It doesn't sound like you're getting that, right? So that's good news. I'd keep the muzzle on and correct. I'd keep the dog, I'd keep him out. I'd keep the muzzle on the shepherd, e-collar on the shepherd, and I'd have them mingle. And I really think that if you cultivate good stuff by correcting firmly for any crappy behavior around your Shih Tzu, I think you're going to see this come back. And when I say come back, I think you're going to see this behavior really dissipate over time. Now, of course, there's no guarantees with this. I haven't seen your shepherd, but from what you're sharing, it really sounds like his intent isn't like that serious. It's more knuckle-headedry, agitated, excited shepherd, which is very common. So I want muzzle on, e-collar on, and I want you to let that shepherd make crappy choices. And if he does go towards the Shih Tzu, I want you to roll up extremely high, like just hear me out, don't feel bad. Your shepherd, if he makes a commitment to like go towards the Shih Tzu in a nasty way, I want you to roll up really high. I want you to press and hold for a couple seconds. Your shepherd's going to make a lot of noise, and what he's going to learn is going after that Shih Tzu is perhaps the worst thing, the worst choice, the worst day of his life. He'll start to make very different choices, right? If your goal is to keep that dog in your house and keep them integrated and working together, you have to set some firm boundaries about what that shepherd can do.
Because the shepherd could actually kill the Shih Tzu.
Oh yeah, absolutely, like, easily. I mean, the size difference is crazy. Yeah. So, but typically, with what you shared here and what we've seen, my suspicion is that that's not the case. Don't hold me to it, but that's my suspicion for it. Okay, so, and then my last piece of advice is be slow, careful, and use high levels for nastiness, right? So we get dogs like this all the time, right? We just had Tanaya here. Tanaya is a German Shepherd. She's killed sheep. She's gone after other dogs. We brought over Brittany's Haas. There's a little min pin. We put Tanaya in a muzzle. Tanaya, like, we let him just roam. Tanaya had a serious e-collar on. Tanaya, like, sniffed around, and then at one point got a little bit, like, snappy with her. Big correction. What happened after that? I don't want to touch the dog. I'm cool. I'm comfortable. You keep them around each other after those corrections, and then you'll start to see, like, integration of a relationship. You'll start to see the shepherd get into a better space, just because it's a consequence, right? Like, if I want to go play with that Shih Tzu or I want to attack that Shih Tzu and there's a huge consequence, I'm going to make very different choices. So I hope that makes sense. I think you're on the right track. The fact that you've got him on e-collar, the fact that you're using muzzle stuff and you're being smart and you're being safe, move slow, follow your intuition. You see crappiness, nail it hard, nail it heavy, hold for a couple seconds on the continuous button, make that shepherd think that's the worst thing in the world, and then report back to us and let us know how things are going. Anything to add to that? Besides pass the Indian food?
Okay. We ate some Indian, knocked that out.
We ate a lot of Indian.
I mean, we're talking...
I got bamboozled because I went spicy, and they kind of like, they seem to be like chickening out with me. Spicy Plus, on the other hand, with Miss Norway.
Super
fire-breathing dragon style, and that's what I want. I'm going to read this question because this one is for you.
Question number 4.
I like this, switching it up.
So weird.
You ready for this?
Yes.
You guys like my nails? Anyways, okay. Barb Carroll. Almost called her Bob. Barb Carroll. Hi guys, I hope you will answer my question. My 2-year-old Amstaff mix and I have just begun e-collar training because of leash reactivity issues around other dogs. Queenie's rocking the heel and recall, and we've just started going on walks where we will come across other dogs. I live in a semi-rural, wow, it's a hard one to say. I live in a semi-rural area, so we may come across 0 to 4 dogs when walking around town. My question, Manny, stop that. My question stems from our walk today. Another dog escaped its yard and approached us in a very intentional way. I know that took, approached us in a very intentional way. Parentheses, I know that look from, sorry, it's hard to read.
I'm thinking maybe this is bad.
Come on, work with me here. Let me work through this, okay? Come on, I'm new to it. Okay, it's just Manny distracting me. I blame him.
Go.
Okay, another dog escaped its yard and approached us in a very intentional way. I know that look from seeing mine. Stiff body, very focused. I really didn't know what to do. Mine was on a leash, other dog was loose, with owner running up to us yelling to me, "Kick it if I have to." Barb says, "Wow, really?" The dog came face to face, sniffed each other, but the tension was obvious. Please help for a potential repeat of this situation, please. Thanks, you guys are great.
All right, Barb. Awesome. Good work.
Yeah, sorry, I know I'm
You're not like me.
well,
and I'm not like you answering.
It's a little small. I'm still having to kind of work through it. All right.
All right, Barb.
You ready to rock and roll?
Here's what I got. Off-leash strategies for off-leash dogs. I just looked down at off-leash dog strategies.
Because you do a lot of off-leash stuff. You're at the park.
I do a ton of off-leash stuff. At the park with my guys. I'm always like fielding other dogs running up and that sort of thing. So a couple things you could have. You could have a pet convincer on hand, which is just compressed air.
CO2 cartridge?
Yep. You have it in your little pocket. You see a dog coming up. When they're about 3 feet away, just blow it, like not in their face, but just in their general direction. 99% of dogs will just turn tail and go the other way because it's a unique sound. It's really weird.
It doesn't sound like much, but that little blast of air can have a pretty big impact on a lot of dogs.
Definitely, definitely. You wrote down pepper spray, so you could have like pepper spray or something like a little bit more intense like that if you have a lot of intense dogs running up to you. There's a stun baton that you can order on Amazon if you want to have that. It's illegal, I think. So
no. It's only illegal in certain states.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a lot of states it's legal.
Okay.
We have them here, and the stun baton is basically just that. It's a stun baton. We actually got it from our friend Curtis Craig in Clarksville.
Yep.
Because he basically lives in like off-leash dog like, crazy land,
like
right? So he's out there working with clients, and dogs are like strafing. They're running up and like trying to attack, and he's got to keep the dog safe. Yeah. And the stun baton is an electrified baton, and it like keeps dogs like just the sound is pretty unnerving. Dogs are like, ooh.
But if you're just having trouble with like in your neighborhood with like light dogs or like a tense dog running up to your dog and that sort of thing, pet convincer is going to be great. If you can't grab your pet convincer, you do exactly what that neighbor told you to do.
What they say to do?
Stick out your foot and give that dog a little boot. You can give a boot right to the chest. Just boom. You're creating space. You're not kicking a dog.
I like when you say boot because it sounds cute.
Give it a little boot. And you're creating space by doing that. So you don't want it to be this big like kick, but you can if dogs come up, I'll put my foot out.
She's got 6 feet wingspan range, so she can keep a dog like across the park.
I'll put my leg out and kind of like create space.
Yeah.
A lot of dogs that see that, they're like, whoa, I've never seen this before. So you've got that. But man, just a little boot to the chest, if you were able to do that in a pinch, it's going to be a great bet for you because dogs will be like, whoa, I haven't felt that.
Yep.
Because that could, obviously it could create a dog fight. It could cause your dogs not to trust other dogs. It could get that dog in trouble if it did get a dog fight and cause damage. That owner now. That's why the owner was like, kick him. He's like, I don't want to pay for a vet bill. Right?
Because his dog very likely has issues with, like, probably attacked other dogs.
Yeah. So the best thing you can do is just create space. I think pet convincer is great. Using your feet is great. If it's kind of a dog that's just like silly and maybe coming up, kind of owning your space and saying, go, get out of here. That's another way too.
Yeah.
Using your verbal.
Yeah.
But get a pet convincer. They're on Amazon.
Pet convincer's like $30.
Yep.
And here's the thing, is like the kick thing, you're not going to hurt the dog.
Yeah, you're
right?
not like...
So like we get so caught up in like, I just kicked a dog.
You're not Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to like
You might be, but like the whole thing is like, we had a dog, we had a pitty attack us, remember?
Yep.
We had a huge pack walk. Pitty came running across the street, full speed. I mean, full intent. It didn't look like he was like coming over to like have tea.
No,
it looked like real deal stuff, right? So all I did, he got close, and to be honest, I kicked him as hard as I could, right in the head, which may have not been the smartest thing because it hurt like shit.
I think it hurt you more than it hurt.
I mean, I think I just rubbed my shin, and I think it still hurts, and that was years ago. But what happened? He stopped. It totally caught him off guard, and he was like, whoa, right?
No one's ever done that to me before.
Yeah,
hopefully.
You have to protect your dog.
Yeah.
That's kind of the gig, right? Everybody gets into the idea of like, my dog's got to protect me. It's our job to protect our dogs unless we want them to be dog reactive or dog aggressive.
Yeah.
And that's not putting too much pressure on you. Excuse me. It's just saying that that's kind of our gig. We got to go out there just like it was your kid and make sure people don't come up and hassle your child. Make sure dogs don't come up and hassle your dog. And it can be very easy to feel social pressure to not do that. But there's, I'm telling you, a much worse scenario, and that's like multiple vet visits with 2 dogs that have really hurt each other.
Yeah, no, we don't want that.
Nope, cool. Hopefully that helps. Pet convincer, knock that one out.
Knock it out.
Okay.
Cool. Question number 5.
Do you guys like this swapping off between me and Laura? Hopefully you guys like that. We used to just do...
I think I'm so good at reading the questions, though.
Well, but I mean, like, we can diversify. Like, give me a chance to flourish. Give me a chance to shine.
All right.
All right? Give me a chance to shine. You might be surprised. But sometimes, like, I have to look a little bit closer, right?
I'm not judging you.
Okay. Well, I think you are.
Question number 5.
But anyways, we're swapping kind of back and forth. And I like getting Laura more in the mix because she's got great stuff to say. So it's not just the Sean blabbing show.
I think people like the Sean show. All right, Rachel Ann says, hello. We have a small slew of things we've been working on. You're dancing.
Yeah.
We've been working on with our
I'm just excited about the giveaway.
But I'll bother you with just one. We started using prongs on the boys with our trainer last year to aid us in learning how to loose leash walk.
Yeah.
It's been a 180 for our shepherd mix and for our pit mix initially too.
Good.
But now the pit mix doesn't even know it's there. He pulls nearly as bad as with a flat buckle collar, and corrections barely seem communicated. Do you think this is more of a user error, or maybe an e-collar should be our next plan of action? Thanks in advance.
Okay, Rachel, not the bear.
Rachel, not the bear. Rachel, the Ann.
So it's hard to say without seeing the dog.
Yeah.
Now, it's really easy with like kind of firm, strong dogs to not be able to utilize the prong collar in its best fashion.
Yeah.
Now, I think you worked with a trainer, so you probably have some pretty good mechanics about how it works. But even then, there's plenty of pitties that come through here that are high drive. Yeah. Not only are they high drive, but they're very insensitive and they know how to turn off their neck and they don't really care so much. We go out, we do a walk doctor, we do a one-on-one leash and prong, and we're like, man, we're really having to like crank on this dog to have any response from the dog, and we're not down for that.
Yep.
So we immediately go to e-collar training. Prong collar's still on to give directionality to the training, but we go straight to e-collar training, teach the dog how to walk in a really nice heel, and it's like super non-invasive.
Yeah.
Like if you watch our e-collar Junior, he's hitting stuff.
Junior.
Get out of here, old man. He's trying to sabotage. Get out of here. Go. He wants to knock your camera over. He is a dastardly young man.
That's as far as he'll live then, 14, 15,
16. Okay, so e-collar heel. Once again, as somebody who used a ton of prong collars, and I know how to get even really bad pulling dogs to not pull, the reality is you have to use a ton more pressure than you do, and consistently, and you can actually work the dog up. A lot of these pitties, you're popping on the prong collar, and you're lifting them up psychologically and causing them to be more escalated in a more dangerous space. So what we find is that the e-collar, done correctly, will absolutely de-escalate the dog. 9 out of 10 dogs will walk like angels with that. And then it's much easier on the dog, and it's easier on you. There's not this whole physical tussle thing going on. Watch our e-collar, like, link it up, which is Fusa.
Yep.
E-collar heel with Fusa. I'm using slightly higher levels with Fusa because she was a little out of her tree, but you should be using lower levels. And if you watch that video, you should be able to very quickly see how to do e-collar training. Then you just got to get, I don't think they even have an e-collar yet, but they need to get a little mini educator on board.
It's going to change your world.
It's the craziest thing, and that's why we go to e-collar heel with like every dog, like boom, right out of the gate. So you can send a video if you want. The good dog, give me the right one before I mess it up.
What, Dropbox?
Or would you prefer Dropbox?
Yeah, Dropbox only.
Okay. See, I was going to mess it up.
Always.
Here we go. Don't you always me. Okay. Anyways, so hopefully that helps with Rachel.
Okay. We're doing one little bonus question on Instagram.
Super quick because we got stuff to give away.
Yes. Question number 6 comes from Girl and the Wolf. I love that handle.
It's a cool name, right?
Cute. Yeah. Oh, he's so cute. Oh my gosh. Everyone's following her. Okay. Hey, Sean and Laura.
A lot of followers.
Just 500. Just looking at her little cutie.
What does she have, a shepherd? Oh, that is cute.
Hey, Sean and Laura. First time asking a question on Q&A, but I've been watching every episode faithfully and even went back to episode 1. Oh,
holy
Girl and the
mackerel.
Wolf, you're awesome.
Like, does that mean she's watched every episode?
I guess so. Whew. Wow, epised 1 was rough.
Rough and tumble.
Yeah,
there's been a few rough and tumble ones where we wouldn't mind doing a little like post work on that. Yeah.
I can't even begin to tell you how much your videos and e-collar DVD have helped me and my 3-year-old GSD Steel. Oh man.
That's
I was
cool.
in a truly desperate situation 4 months ago, and after finding your website, videos, blogs, and picking up a mini educator, we're making huge strides with his leash reactivity. Wow. He's not perfect, but we're working on it. We want to see video.
Rock and roll.
I can't thank you enough for really opening my eyes to the world of balanced training. You guys are truly awesome at what you do, and I look forward to every Saturday. Oh, girl.
Girl and the Wolf, you're warming our hearts.
Okay, as a first-time dog owner, I wasn't sure what I was getting myself into when I took him in. It's been a crazy journey, but your insights have helped beyond measure. My question today is with regards to the heel. Steel, her dog, is now pretty solid on heel, which is a feat in itself because he used to knock me off my feet. Awesome. Sometimes I have the opposite problem where he just lags behind to the point that there's tension on the leash. He's not doing it to sniff around or look for trouble, but he just walks slower at times. He was checked out by the vet recently, so it's not a health issue, and it's only sometimes. I guess it's better than pulling, haha, but how do I correct this? I've tried patting my leg and giving him a visual and verbal cues to speed up, and it works temporarily, then he slows down again. Should I correct on the collar and use leash guidance to put him back into the correct position? Thanks for all that you do. Kelly from Canada.
Kelly, you freaking rock. That is such a great, great message.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how good that makes us feel to hear all that stuff. We're so happy for both of you that things are so much better, and now all you're looking for is like tweaks to make it like super awesome, so everybody's like, wow, where'd you train that dog? You're like, oh, I trained him myself. Right. So here we go, check this out. So you can definitely correct for lagging, right? You've had the dog checked out. If you don't live in like Phoenix and it's 145 degrees and your dog is running out of gas because it's so hot, and you know your dog's healthy, then cool, we can start to ask for a better heel position, especially if you feel like your dog's making the decision to slow down and just kind of meander rather than it's like, oh, I can't walk or I'm uncomfortable. I mean, it sounds like he's gotten a clean bill of health, so we should be good, right? So here's what you do. You're walking, dog's in the heel position, you've said heel, boom, things are great. All of a sudden we get the lag, you say heel, simultaneously tap the button, and then give a little bit of gentle leash guidance back into position, and then let go, not let go, then release the leash pressure, right? Basically what we're trying to do is the same exact approach that we used in order to get the dog to slow down and stop dragging you around, and say like, heel, press and hold the button, guide him back, and then we eventually ended up with corrections, right? Pop, and then guide him back if he needs it. So now you've got the same thing. So you're out walking, he starts to drag, you say heel, tap the button, guide him forward if he needs it. And then come up on the levels a little bit if he's like a little bit like, you know, I'm not so into it. But be careful, because we do see dogs that like, we do see dogs that aren't even bratty dogs that kind of run out of their gusto.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They can like really early in the walk push like gangbusters, and then they kind of lose their mojo and slow down. And so I always try and read that. I'm going to keep this really brief, but I always try and read that and make sure that like I'm not pushing a dog that's uncomfortable.
Just tired, or I mean 3 GSDs can have a little like back leg stuff,
leg
going
issues,
on.
right.
So just want to be cautious of all that stuff. Now, if it's coming from a place of like, well, if I can't pull, then I'm just gonna stay back here and do this. That's totally different.
Feel it, right? So here's your final word of advice. Feel it. If it feels like any kind of jackassery, any kind of bratty, any kind of pushy, any kind of resistance stuff, then go after it, and you might even want to like dial up and go after it firm. Remember, heel, touch, but make sure you give a little guidance if the dog doesn't know what to do with that, because he's probably worked a lot more on slowing down than he has speeding up, right? And then if you feel like, wow, he's just slow poking and he doesn't mean anything by it, but he just runs out of gas, then that's something else you have to discern and make sure that you're serving your dog at the highest level. Kelly, we are super enamored with you and all the work you've done.
You've watched 70 episodes, 71 episodes.
Even we haven't watched 70 episodes.
Maybe you should dog train.
Maybe. Would you send us a little video? Dropbox? Give her a little Dropbox info.
Dropbox info. It's going to be posted throughout this, so you'll get it. But
oh, cool. It'll be on screen?
We should have it also in the comments, the YouTube comments.
Yeah, definitely. But we love to see the progress. We love to see what's going on. And we
don't have to post it either. If you just want us to see it. Like, what we do, we also do these consults. Like, we do hour consults, half-hour consults, where we actually watch people's stuff and, like, critique it. But if you want to get that, not critique it, but give some advice.
Give suggestions,
If you want to get that for free and just give us the rights to post it on Q&A Saturday, then we're happy to do that. Not you specifically, Kelly, but anyone. So,
And here's the truth is that there's been several folks that have, Tara Isaacson for one, who have sent us information, sent us videos, and we've been able to actually problem solve.
So much.
And she's not having the same problems anymore. So like us being able to see, it's not that we're like genies, but us being able to see what's going on in that moment, we might be able to give you the information that changes the whole game. So don't be lazy about it. Send it to us. We love to see it. We love to share it. And we're just really happy for you.
Thanks, Carrie. Say hi to your gorgeous dog.
Yes, and you know what it means now. It's time.
For the big giveaway.
We need like confetti. Okay, everybody, this is the time you've all been waiting for, and we've been waiting for. We're sad CC isn't here to like light the joint up with his special approach to
CC can do.
Special charisma and pizzazz, but you got us. So let's hope this is enough. Okay.
So let me just real quick run through.
Can you see how excited I am?
I know, you've been thrilled. I mean, I'm thrilled too, but...
I like to give stuff away.
So, Karina, Tom, Maria, Susan, Kristen, Anna, Wendy, Cheryl Lee, Diane, there's a couple I don't know name-wise, Linda, Nita, Halo Dog, Phoebe, Anne, Karen, Anne and Karen, you guys all came in after midnight. So, if you're watching and you get sent me an email after midnight, your names aren't in the hat. But we're going to do another one of these, and you please resend, because then we'll put your names in the hat.
Yeah. Are we going to hold on to this stuff, or are we going to ask for another submission?
They might get lost in the fray, so I might do another submission sort of
thing.
Cool. But the rest of you guys, I just want to reiterate that there were so many people that wrote, like, I wish I could read every single email.
Pretty special messages.
Like crying wise, like people just, we've never met, you know. I know I said at the beginning of the episode, but I can't thank you guys enough for really sharing your stories. I wish your stories like made the hat like be able to pick the right whatever, but your stories were just so phenomenal, and I wish so much that I probably will compile it all and put it somewhere.
That would be fabulous. That would be so cool. You know what we could do? We could do a Q&A. Hercules, watch yourself. We could do a Hercules. We could do an episode where all we do is go through and read all of the stuff from everybody.
We might do like a Periscope or something like that.
Or Periscope. Like yeah. That could be great.
Film it too, but
that could be great. Are you ready to jump in?
Let's do it. Okay.
I'm so excited.
Drawing number 1 is going to be for the prong collar DVD.
And I know we always get glares, so I'm going to like...
Yes, and the fancy PDF that goes along with the prong collar DVD.
This is the inside. This is not the PDF. The PDF comes in a link.
Yep.
Right?
It comes in a big link.
So don't get freaked out if you're like, where's my PDF?
We're going to pick, actually, 5 winners of the prong collar DVD.
I was going to surprise them with that.
Oh, sorry.
Cat's out of the bag. We're going to give away 5 of these. That's all right.
All right.
So who's going to pull? You going to pull them out?
No, you can pull them out.
I'm going to pull them out?
I'm just going to shake the hat.
Okay. So guys, what we got right now is we've got prong collar DVD submissions. And they're all in...
And probably total submissions, we got 150.
Wow.
So, guys, I'm sorry.
That is some serious love.
5 prong collars.
Okay, so I won't look.
And I'll get... Do you want to read them? Yeah.
Read them.
Read them.
Okay. Ready? Number 1. Irene Pellegrino. What? Irene.
Yay!
Irene is like old school, been with us forever.
Nice work, Irene.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
Oh, I wish I could just read the emails here. Okay, pick the next one.
Irene's been around for a long time.
Yes.
And we have appreciated her support forever.
Yes.
So that was going to be it. But
she said, "Hi, Sean and Laura. As much as I'd love to chat with you, Sean, I'd rather have the Foundation prong collar DVD, as my foster chihuahua really needs to learn that first before I layer e-collar. Thanks for all you do." So Irene and Wally. Yay!
Awesome.
Nice.
Okay. I
so
don't want to look.
Irene said, "I'm going to email you guys the rest, but I need your address, basically."
Yeah. Okay. So here's
winner number 2.
Winner number 2 of the prong collar DVD. This is like tense.
Dory
Kendall. Dory Kendall.
Let me see if
Dory was just commenting, I think today, we talked.
Dory says, "Hi, Sean. I would really love to win the Foundation prong collar DVD because I'm looking to make a big life decision to follow my passion and become a dog trainer.
Aha.
I am brand new to this field, and I was referred to you by Kimberly Artley, and I'm trying to gain as much education and knowledge as I can to start me on a journey. Thank you for offering this giveaway. Keeping my fingers crossed I win. Have a fantastic day." See, there's so many beautiful stories like this.
That's fantastic.
Love it.
So Kimberly Artley actually recommended her to do this?
Yes,
Wow, that's great.
Kimberly Artley is so great.
Yeah,
we just
sweet
love
girl.
her so
Sweet
much.
girl.
Sweet
Am I
girl.
diving back in?
Dive back in.
Diving back
Number
in.
3.
Whew, man, everybody wins. Hercules, behave yourself. Here we go.
Winner 3. Oh, yes!
Naomi Vernoy.
Okay.
All right,
I
Naomi.
actually put a star by her name because I wanted to read her story.
Okay.
She says, Naomi says, "I don't even know where to start. You guys are fantastic. My husband and I found your YouTube channel a little over a year ago while researching dog training for our new puppy. From the moment we started implementing what you taught, we were blown away. Your Q&A Saturdays are always so informative, and I love watching the dynamics between Sean and Laura. I would love to win the Foundation prong DVD, fingers crossed. Our pups will never be perfect, so I can only imagine the benefit they would receive from us learning more, resulting in being able to lead them better. Yay, Naomi.
Naomi, that's freaking awesome.
Nice work.
Yeah, and you won.
So proud.
Now you get to go.
Okay, we get 2 more.
Okay.
Winner number 4.
Hold on. I had it. Okay. This is so exciting.
Turn it over. That's auto.
Autopay author. What? Oh, sorry.
That's a reason.
Fiona Golden. Fiona Golden.
Let's see. Fiona.
Prong collar DVD.
Oh, all she wrote is prong DVD. She didn't give us much of a story.
Fiona. She's like prong collar DVD stat. I'm like, oh, wait, you better get that out there.
That's exciting.
Thank you, Fiona. I know a woman of few words. Okay.
One more.
One last one. Okay.
Winner number 5.
You guys see, this is in my hat, right? Like as promised.
Oh,
this one feels good. This one feels good. I don't know why.
Got it.
You ready?
Gills.
And
C. Gillis Brown.
C. Gillis Brown. I'm not sure if I know who that is.
I think I don't know if it's C. It's Gills. Okay, so I just got it from the email.
Okay.
Gills. C. Gillis B. Yeah. We'd like the prong collar DVD, please. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Well, okay.
Okay.
There we go. So let's put those somewhere safe.
Oh.
Hat goes away.
Those actually, if you put your name in for the prong DVD, you're actually going to be entered in the next one automatically. So don't you worry, right?
One more time.
If we do the next time we do that,
the ones that we have remainder,
those will be entered automatically.
Because we're freaking generous over here. Crazy.
Okay, so I will be contacting you winners.
Okay, do we do phone consult or do we do e-collar DVD?
E-collar DVD.
Okay.
Do it.
And which one?
This is just one winner.
Let me just make sure.
I'm so sad that there's only one winner.
Sorry, guys. It's just, I'm going to just turn these all around.
Can we do 2 winners?
The e-collar DVD is brand new. We actually have to, like, just so everybody understands, we have to, like, make our money back so we can, like, not go to the poorhouse. Right?
There's so many. I love you guys. I hope you get it anyway and are happy.
Do you want to pick one out?
No, you do it. You do
okay.
it. I can't. It's too much pressure.
Okay. I think I got a special one. Okay. Oh, I got 2.
No.
I got 2.
Shake it again.
Yep, I'm shaking it.
Shake it.
Junior, leave that hat alone. Uh-oh.
Put that name back in.
Yep, guys, I'm working on it. Sorry, I never said that I was a pro at this. Okay. Oh, fuck, I keep getting, sorry. I keep getting 2. Okay, now I've got 1. Okay.
I'm so nervous. E-collar DVD winner.
Carol Coker.
Carol Coker won the e-collar DVD. Let me see what she says.
Carol said, send it ASAP.
Oh, she said.
What's she say?
Carol says, good afternoon, Sean and Laura. I would love to receive your new e-collar DVD. My GSD Sierra and I were first introduced to e-collar at Jeff Gelman's RV seminar here in Ottawa. We're still learning the ways of the e-collar, and we'd love to continue learning how to use this tool more effectively. Thank you so much for the opportunity to win a DVD. Have a great day. Cheers. Carol Coker. She's
Carol Coker.
Chef 46 on Periscope.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know
Great. And so you'll hold on to those.
Yep.
Okay.
Don't you worry, guys.
Do you want me to do one more?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Give it away. Give it all away. Give it all away.
I'll see you in the poorhouse. See you in the poorhouse.
We will be fine.
Right, because then we can depend on the hospitality of strangers, right? We'll come calling to all of you
Carol
for meals. Carol, can you feed us? Okay, we ready?
Yes.
I think I've got 1 here.
Yes.
Okay. Terry Christman.
What? What an awesome idea. I certainly appreciate your generosity, as I'm sure that everyone else does. I would love to win an e-collar DVD not only for myself, but for my clients. Sometimes getting across to clients what the e-collar is, that it's a safe and humane choice for draining dogs, and how the e-collar will work to improve lives, is completely changing the lives of their dogs in a good, humane, and positive way is not always simple. Having the e-collar DVD by Sean O'Shea and the Good Dog to share with them would definitely be a tool that would go a long way in helping clients to understand the power of the e-collar. It would be priceless. Keep my fingers crossed for me, my clients, and their dogs. Yay!
Okay, so we've got 2 e-collar DVDs out.
2 e-collar
right?
DVDs, yep.
You twisted my arm.
I'm sorry. This one you can only do 1 because your time is crazy.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
So this is
for the 30-minute consult.
And as I said in Periscope, you can ask me anything you want.
Anything.
We can do dog training. We can do business.
Yep.
We can do, like I said, Game of Thrones conversation.
Hey.
We can like get deep on the characters of Game of Thrones and where it's headed. I think I got one. Okay. We could also talk about best cookies in town. I'm game for anything.
You
Ready?
want.
Anna Baxter.
Ann Baxter.
Oh, Ann Baxter. Sorry, Anna. I mean, Ann.
Okay, Ann says, "Hi, Sean. I would like to enter your giveaway for phone consults. Why? I need your help building my business. I will wait for your T3 Accelerate, and I know you don't have any scheduled yet this year, but when you post it, I'm there. So in the meantime, I'd love the phone consult." Yay,
Awesome.
Ann!
Oh, that's great. That'd be a
Awesome.
fun conversation.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay.
Guys,
Man,
it's
so
a big deal.
we got these babies on the way. We got phone consults.
That was super fun. We're going to do another one.
Laura like twisted my arm. 2 of these have gone out.
Sorry. Just so many people asked.
I know.
I'm sorry for all of you that didn't win. We so hope that maybe you... And if you are, honestly, like, this isn't just to sell the DVD, but if you are having trouble and you really want a DVD, some of these people are just like, I just want one, you know?
Yeah.
But if you really need one and $150 is a lot, I understand that's a lot. The reason why we price it at that is because we know it's a ton of information. It's like our board and train. Mm-hmm. Our board and train here is $2,500 for 2 weeks. We give you a month-long program for you to do on your own for $150.
Yep.
But if it's expensive for you, anything over $99 on PayPal, you can actually you can qualify for a payment plan. 6 months, no interest and no payments. So you could break those payments up into 6 months. We don't do it, but it's through PayPal.
Right.
So when you check out, it asks you, would you like to apply for PayPal credit? And if it's $150, most of you are gonna qualify. And then then you can just pay, $30 a month for 6 months and not have any interest. Just want to throw that out there.
Pretty cheap.
Yeah.
It's like going out for a couple lunches.
Yeah. So and I'm not just selling, I'm just saying, like, if you guys are really in dire straits, you need it, you don't have the money, that is an option for you.
Truth of the matter is, we put our heart, soul, butts, and everything else on the line to put this together for this DVD. All of the reviews coming in are pretty freaking amazing.
Yeah.
I think because there's so much detail and so much step-by-step, so much hands-on, so much like, even with the graphics and the way the graphics help reinforce and teach.
Super professional.
It is super professional, if I do say so myself. So hopefully anybody who really needs it can reach out and grab it. Now we have the options here to say we'll resubmit these same people that haven't won.
Exactly.
And they don't even have to
They don't have to rewrite in, because then I don't have to rewrite their names again.
Right. See where we're getting?
This
Guys,
awesome.
That was a lot of fun. I miss CC because I think CC would have blown the roof off this joint.
Yes.
So all you got was us. But I'm really excited, like I said, to be able to give some stuff away, to actually have products to give away has been a really nice thing for us. Me and Laura have dreamed. I mean, honestly, this may not seem like a lot to other folks, but for us,
they're really delicate and valuable.
For us to be able to like actually start to finish create these and then have all these reports of people doing really well using these resources has been something like this has been a long-term dream for us. So we don't just say that to make money. Yes, we make money off of this. Yes, it's good for us. But boy, like the impetus behind this is to like spread the word and get all sorts of folks that are struggling to not struggle. And so I'm so excited that we're able to do this. Guys, it's been an awesome show.
An awesome show. We're so happy. Guys, I'll contact you if you won. And
so are you gonna email out?
Yep. Don't worry about it.
Awesome. They should have to watch the TV show. They should have to watch
but I need to get their addresses.
Right. Okay. So, anyways, guys, thank you so much, and we'll see you next week. You guys, we love you so much. Take care.
Bye.
Talk to you soon.
Thanks.
Bye. you.